Imagine if I told you that the Golden State Warriors nearly brought one of the greatest NBA players back to their team? That's right, it was so close. Before the NBA trade deadline, the Warriors were on a true star hunt, trying to assemble an even more unstoppable team to compete with the best. And who better to be the ideal partner for Steph Curry and Draymond Green than Kevin Durant? But what you might not know is that, instead, the Warriors struck a deal to add none other than Jimmy Butler to their roster. Now you must be wondering, wait, Butler to the Warriors? What about Durant? Well, the trade that almost happened with Durant kept fans on the edge of their seats. Reports indicated that the Warriors, the Phoenix Suns, and the Miami Heat were on the verge of closing a deal, with Durant going to Golden State, Butler heading to Phoenix, and Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, and a series of draft picks going to Miami. But in the end, Durant chose not to return to the Warriors, and because of that, the San Francisco team bounced back, securing Butler in a surprising trade. But the most impressive part is what Jimmy Butler has done since joining the Warriors. He not only fit in quickly, but he's been a true standout on the court. In just 5 games with the team, he's already made history. Last Friday, against the Sacramento Kings, Butler had an incredible performance, with 17 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. Those numbers might seem good, but what he did was even more impressive. He became the fastest player in Warriors history to reach 100 points, 25 rebounds, and 25 assists in his first few games with the team. That's right, he broke a record that seemed impossible. And he's just getting started. This quick adaptation of Butler to the team is a reflection of how talented and professional he is. Despite dealing with several injuries throughout the season with the Miami Heat, where he was sidelined for long stretches, he managed to maintain a high level and, upon arriving at the Warriors, transformed into the all-star player everyone knew he could be. And don't think of him as just another veteran. Butler is showing that he still has so much to offer, and because of that, he could be a key factor for the Warriors in their quest for another championship. Of course, we can't forget that the Warriors' health is still a concern. Even with Butler's addition, the team is still not at full strength. The Warriors are still waiting for the return of Jonathan Kuminga, who has missed 22 games due to injury. If he comes back and fits back into the rotation, providing the scoring and energy he delivered before he got injured, the Warriors have a real chance of building a strong winning streak in the coming weeks. This would be crucial, as the team needs to be in its best shape possible to face the big challenges in the playoffs. Now, let's talk about Kevin Durant. Yes, the name everyone was waiting to hear again. Durant almost returned to the Warriors before the trade deadline, but he decided it wasn't the right time to come back to the Bay Area. In a recent interview, he made it clear that the reason for his decision had nothing to do with his relationship with the Warriors, Curry, or Draymond Green. Contrary to what many thought, he wasn't running away from another mess in Golden State. According to Durant, he simply didn't want to be traded in the middle of the season and preferred to fulfill his contract with the Phoenix Suns, trying to help the team succeed. Even after all the speculation, Durant said he is happy in Phoenix. But the situation is far from settled. After all, with the Suns currently below .500 and with a high payroll, it's very likely he could be traded at some point. What stood out in this interview was when Durant talked about his relationship with the Warriors. "I didn't ask to be traded, but when you pay so much for a team and you don't see the results, someone has to go. It's a tough situation, but I'm here to give my best." Even though the Warriors didn't manage to bring him back, the window for a possible trade hasn't been fully closed. According to experts, Durant could be one of the main trade targets in the next offseason, as his future in Phoenix is far from certain. And it's no secret that he still has the desire to compete for more championships, and the Warriors, with Curry and Green, would be an ideal place for him to continue his quest for more titles. Last season, Durant had fantastic numbers, averaging 27.3 points, 6.0 rebounds, and 4.2 assists per game. Even in his 17th season, he is still one of the most dominant forces in the NBA. But given the turbulent situation in Phoenix, he knows it won't be easy to continue there. The Suns' season is well below expectations, and the pressure on the franchise to change something could mean an imminent trade of Durant. Because of this, the possibility of him returning to the Warriors in the offseason is something that could gain momentum in the coming months. And what does this mean for the Warriors? If Durant returns, it could finally put the team in a position to dominate the NBA once again, as he would fit perfectly alongside Curry, Green, and Butler. And imagine how the chemistry between these three could be devastating for any opponent in the playoffs. However, if the Warriors can't get Durant, the team still has a great chance of success, especially with Jimmy Butler and the return of Kuminga helping to elevate the team's level. So what do you think? Did the Warriors make the right choice by bringing Butler in, or should they have done everything they could to recruit Durant back? And how do you see the possibility of Durant joining the Warriors in the next offseason? Leave your opinion in the comments. Subscribe so you don't miss any details of this NBA saga. And of course, be sure to check out our video on Jimmy Butler's impact on the Warriors. Click here and continue the journey to learn more.